This week we're talking to the adults about you cannot perform in a manner that is inconsistent with the way that you see yourself. All right, and we discussed this last week. You cannot perform in a manner that is inconsistent with the way that you see yourself. This is what the experts tell us. So that's important to understand, because think about this. Is this true? Well, think about Viktor Sorobrikov. Okay, think about, as a small child, he was taught and he was told that school was not his thing. True, he struggled, but he was told that it wasn't his thing. And that became his image. That became how he saw himself. And then he was told, you should quit school and go get a job because school's not your thing. And that's the way he saw himself. So he did exactly the way he saw himself. School is not my thing. Until years later, he takes an IQ test and he finds out he's a genius. He's a genius with an IQ of 162. Now everything changes. Everything. And he becomes a successful, world-class business leader. Why? Because he saw himself differently. Rather than being someone who's uneducated, I'm a genius. And there are certain expectations that come with being a genius. How you see yourself is very important to your performance. Do you see yourself as someone who's healthy and fit and wealthy and happy? Do you see yourself as a black belt role model? Do you see yourself as a role model for the community? Do you see yourself as a professional educator? Because the way you see yourself is going to be where your expectations are at. What you expect from yourself, how you expect to perform, how you expect to behave, because of the way I see myself. Does that make sense? And we'll talk in the coming weeks about how you change the picture that's in your head of yourself. But right now, you got to understand the way you see yourself is very important. I'm sure Starbucks, the picture she has in her mind of herself, someone who's fit, someone who's in shape, and nothing else is acceptable. As soon as she starts getting a little out of shape, unacceptable, because that's the way she sees herself. I see myself as someone healthy. I see myself as a role model for my students. I see myself as a black belt professional. I see myself as a professional educator. So whether you are a black belt and you're going beyond, you want to start asking yourself, how do I see myself? Who is the future me going to be? And if you're not a black belt yet, you need to start seeing yourself as that black belt right now. Does that make sense?